Honorable Speaker,
Election of the Speaker. The following nominations have been received by the Goa Legislature Secretariat for the election of the Speaker. Number 1, Sri Ramesh Tavadkar, proposed by Sri Subhash Shirodkar, seconded by Sri Alexo Reginaldo Lorenzo. Number 2, again Sri Ramesh Tavadkar, proposed by Srimati Jennifer Monserrat, seconded by Sri Nilkant Alankar. Number 3, Ramesh Tavadkar, proposed by Sri Alexo Reginaldo Lorenzo, seconded by Sri Subhash Faldesai. Number 4, nomination of Sri Alex Sikera, proposed by Sri Digambar V. Kamath, seconded by Sri Michael Vilobo. Number 5, Sri Alex Sikera, proposed by Sri Kedar Jayaprakash Naik, seconded by Sri Sankalp P. Amonkar. Nominations at serial number 1 to 5 are in order. The movers may now move their motions one by one. Number 1, Sri Subhash Shirodkar to move the motion.
Yes, sir. I move that Honorable Member Sri Ramesh Tavadkar be elected to the office of the Speaker of this House.
Sri Alexo Reginaldo Lorenzo to second the motion.
I second the motion moved by Mr. Sri Subhash Shirodkar.
The motion moved by Sri Subhash Shirodkar is before the House. Number 2, Srimati Jennifer Monserrat to move the motion.
Sir, I move that Honorable Member Sri Ramesh Tavadkar be elected to the office of the Speaker of this House.
Sri Nilkant Alankar to second the motion.
Sir, I second the motion moved by Srimati Jennifer Monserrat.
The motion moved by Srimati Jennifer Monserrat is before the House. Number 3, Sri Alex Reginaldo Lorenzo to move the motion.
So I move that the Honorable Member Sri Ramesh Tavadkar be elected to the office of the Speaker.
Sri Subhash Faldesai to second the motion.
Sir, I second the motion moved by Sri Alexo Reginald Lawrence.
The motion moved by Sri Alexo Reginaldo Lorenzo is before the House. Number 4, Sri Digambar V. Kamath to move the motion.
Sir, I move that Honorable Member Sri Alex Sikera be elected to the office of the Speaker of this House.
Sri Michael Vincent Lobo to second the motion.
Sir, I second the motion moved by Sri Digambar V. Kamath.
The motion moved by Sri Digambar V. Kamath is before the House. Now Sri Kedar Jayaprakash Naik to move the motion.
I move that Honorable Member Sri Alexo Sequeira be elected to the office of the Speaker of this House.
Sri Sankalp P. Amonkar to second the motion.
Sir, I second the motion moved by Sri Kedar Jayaprakash Naik.
The motion moved by Sri Kedar Jayaprakash Naik is before the House. The motions are before the House. I will now put the motion number 1 proposed by Sri Subhash Shirodkar and seconded by Sri Alex Reginaldo Lorenzo to the vote of the House. Those in favor of the motion will stand up in their seats. Pen. Now those against the motion, please stand. Please sit. I hereby declare that Sri Ramesh Tavadkar is elected to the post.
Sir, those against are 15.
Yeah, those against are 15. I hereby declare that Sri Ramesh Tavadkar is elected to the post of the Speaker of the House and offer him my heartiest congratulations. I request Dr. Pramod Sawant, Honorable Chief Minister, and Sri Digambar Kamath, the Honorable Senior Member of the House, to escort the newly elected Speaker, Sri Ramesh Tavadkar, to his seat.
Okay. Motion for suspension of rules. Honorable Chief Minister, may move the motion.
Sir, I request to move that the motion that the Rule 306 of the Rule of Procedure and Conduct of Business of Goa Legislative Assembly, that this House resolved that in the current session of the House, that the Rule 9(2) of the Rule of Procedure and Conduct of the Business of the House be suspended to the extent that the time under the rule, bracket 2, and which read at any time before noon on the day of preceding of the date so fixed, shall be now read at any time before 4 p.m. on the day of preceding date so fixed, be amended to the extent only this session.
The motion is that this House resolve that in the current session for the House, the Rule 9(2) of the Rule, Procedures and the Conduct of Business of the House suspended to the extent the time under the sub-rule 2, which read at any time before noon on the day preceding the date so fixed, shall be now read at any time before 4 p.m. on the day preceding the date so fixed, be amended to that extent for this session. The motion is before the House. I now put motion to the vote of the House. Those favor will say ayes, and those against will say no. The ayes have it, ayes have it. The motion is carried.
Sir, for congratulatory motion.
Yeah. Honorable Chief Minister, you can speak.
Those who wants to speak first, let them speak. I'll speak afterwards. If the opposition leader or someone wants to. So I would like to speak on the congratulating the newly elected Speaker, Mr. Ramesh Tavadkar. He's on the floor of the House.
Continue.
There is a motion already.
Yeah, motion is before us.
You can speak. Let him speak. Let him speak first.
जे resolution for congratulating Speaker Ramesh Tadwadkar हे मूव केलां ताका आनी ताजें अभिनंदन करपाक हांव उबो आसा. खूब आनंद जाता. ह्या सभागृहांत आमी भुमिपुत्राचेर उलयल्ले आनी आज म्हाका अभिमानान सांगन दिसता गोंयचो भुमिपुत्र आमचो आज ज्या खुर्चेर बसला ताजें पयलीं अभिनंदन करता. बाब रमेश तळवटकर हो एक गरीब घराण्यांतल्यान वयर आयिल्लो उच्च शिक्षीत भुरगो. ताजे जे कॅरियर आसा ते शिक्षण क्षेत्रांत आसा आनी शिक्षण क्षेत्र करता आसतना ताणें तें BPED ही डिग्री घेतली आनी स्पोर्ट्स हातूंत नवचैतन्य निर्माण करपा खातीर काणकोण तालुक्यांत प्रयत्न केलो आनी ताका लागूनच कितलींशींच भुरगीं काणकोण तालुक्यांतली स्पोर्ट्स हातूंत स्कूल लेवलूच आनी हायस्कूल लेवलाचेर मुखार सरली. एक अभिमान म्हाका परत आसा की तांणी पॉलिटिकल कॅरियर जेन्ना बाब इजदौरान मदींच राजिनामो दिलो आनी दुसऱ्या पक्षांत निवडणूक लडोवपाक गेलो तेन्ना भारतीय जनता पक्षान बाब रमेश तळवटकराक उमेदवार म्हणून काणकोण मतदारसंघात उबो केलो. म्हाका दिसता पैंगीण मतदारसंघात उबो केलो आनी त्या वेळार भरपूर मतांनी बाब रमेश तळवटकार निवडून आयलो आनी त्या नंतर दुसरो टर्म जो आसा तोय जवळ जवळ 5,000 लीड घेवन बाब रमेश तळवटकर निवडून आयलो. त्यानंतर ह्या गोंयच्या कॅबिनेट मिनिस्टरांत ताका स्थान मेळ्ळें आनी मेजर पोर्टफोलियोचेर तांणी काम केलें. स्पोर्ट्स हो तांचो आवडतो सब्जक्ट आशिल्ल्या कारणान त्या वेळाचे मुख्यमंत्री तांणी ताका तो पोर्टफोलियो दिलो आनी त्याच बरोबर ST आनी बाकीचे पोर्टफोलियो तांचे कडेन आशिल्ले आनी काम करता आसतना समभावान तांणी काम केलें. एक उदात्त उदाहरण सगळ्या सभागृहांत आसपाक जाय की जेन्ना खंयचोय मंत्री काम करता तेन्ना दुसऱ्याचेर हेवेदेवे नासतना काम करप हें म्हत्वाचें आनी तें ताणें त्या वेळार दाखोवन दिलें. खंयचोय पत्र ताजे कडेन जेन्ना पावतालें आमदाराचें आसूं किंवा इतर NGOचें आसूं किंवा इतर क्षेत्रांतलें आसूं तें थंय ताका योग्य निर्णय घेवन तें काम कशें कंप्लीट जातलें हें पळोवपाक आनी त्या नंतर परत आज ह्या विधानसभेत ते आमदार म्हणून आयले. आमदार म्हणून आयले बरोबर आज ज्या पोस्टार उच्च पोस्ट जो सभापतीचो पोस्ट आसा मुख्यमंत्री आनी सभापती हे जवळ जवळ इक्वल पोस्ट आसा आनी सभापतीची शान सभागृहांत हें पवित्र आमचें मंदीर आसा. सभागृह हें पवित्र मंदीर आसा आनी त्या सभागृहाची शान जर वाडयतले त्याच प्रमाणे ताणें तें काम करपाक जाय. आनी म्हाका गॅरंटी आसा बाब रमेश तळवटकर ह्या खुर्चेर मान दितले न्याय दितले आनी सगळ्यांचे प्रश्न बरे तरेन कशे मोकळे जातले तेही पळयतले. आज तांचे मुद्दाम मोगो पक्षातर्फे एका भुमिपुत्र जो ह्या उच्च स्थानार बसला ताचें मनपसून अभिनंदन करता आनी म्हजे 2 शब्द आवर्ते घेता.
साडे बारांक आमकां गव्हर्नर येवपाचो त्या खातीर स्पीकर सर थोडेशें टायम लिमिटांत एक 2-2 मिनटांत सोंपोवन 2-2 मिनटांनूच कारण परत 12:30 गव्हर्नर येवपाचो. विश्वजीत.
Speaker sir,
विश्वजीत राणे.
I support the resolution, congratulatory motion moved by the Honorable Chief Minister. It's a great moment of honor for all of us that you are occupying this high position in the Assembly. my experience with Honorable Speaker, being in the opposition and being also in the Bharatiya Janata Party working together, we have seen how dedicated and committed you are. Also, during your tenure as a Minister for Agriculture and several other portfolios that were held by Shri Talwalkar and Honorable Speaker today, it gives us a great matter of honor that you are occupying this high position in the Assembly. As an elected member and as a minister in the government headed by Dr. Pramod Sawant, we are really privileged to have you in this position. I only want to say one thing, Speaker Sir, is that all of us, like Shri Dawrikar just mentioned, that we have so much of expectation from you and the conduct of business in this House, and I'm confident that with your experience and with your knowledge, you will be able to do total justice to each and every member, whether it is from the opposition or from the ruling in this House. We wish you all the very best, and our prayers are with you, Speaker Sir, and all the best to you during this tenure. Thank you, Speaker Sir.
उल्हासवेकर.
आज जे सभापतीच्या निवडणुकीक आमचे रमेश तवडकर सभापती म्हणून निवडून येयल्या त्याबद्दल त्याचे अभिनंदन करता. एक सामान्य मनीस एक बऱ्या एक पदाचेर पावला आनी आमकां सगळ्यांक चड करून नवीन आमदारांक चड न्याय दितले अशी अपेक्षा धरता आनी त्याचे अभिनंदन करता.
श्री मायकल लोबो.
Speaker sir, I stand here to congratulate you on the motion moved by the Honorable Chief Minister. म्हाका उगडास येता 2012 ते 17 तेन्ना तुमी निवडून येयले ह्या सभागृहान आनी आमी रुलिंगान आसले आनी यू आर द एग्रीकल्चर मिनिस्टर, यू आर द स्पोर्ट्स मिनिस्टर. तुमी सगल्यांक ह्या सभागृहान 40 आमदारांक हेल्प केल्लो आहा स्पोर्ट्सान. आनी म्हाका उगडास येता की तुमी ते लेटरां घेवन येताले की बाबा हो तुजो कोटा, तो आयज बसून उगडास येता. स्पीकर सर, इतलोच कॉंग्रॅच्युलेट करता तुका की तूं आयज जे पदार पावल्लो आहा स्पीकर, आनी सगळे 40 आमदार, खुबशे जाण नये आमदार आहा आनी सगल्यांक तूं न्याय दितलो म्हणून. न्याय म्हणजे कितें? इक्वल दीस थिंग टू स्पीक इन दीस ऑगस्ट हाऊस, इश्यू घेवपाक, whether it is calling attention, whether it is 0 hour mention, whether it is a private member resolution, सगल्यांक इक्वल ऑपॉर्च्युनिटी दितलो. आनी आमी सगळे रावल्या की एक बरें सेशन, एवरी सेशन जे जाता बरें सेशन जावचें. गेली 5 वर्सां आमी पळयलां सेशन कोवीड आसलें आनी खूब वस्तू आसल्यो, सेशनाची मातशी क्वॉलिटी देंवल्ली. ह्या सभागृहाची जे पवित्र सभागृहाचें हें जें आहा ते म्हाका दिसता वाडोवपाची आयज गरज आहा. आनी ट्रेनिंग जे आमचे आमदार नये येयल्ले आहा तांकां ट्रेनिंग दिवपाची गरज आहा. आनी हांव जाणा की तूं फिजिकल एड्युकेशन टिचर आसलो, तुवें जे भुरग्यांक ट्रेनिंग दिला ते खंय तरी व्हडल्या स्थानाचेर पावल्ले आहा. आनी म्हाका दिसता त्या हितूनसून तूं वयर सरलेलो आहा, गरीबसाण तुवें पयल्ले आहा आनी असले भागांसून येयल्लो आहा तूं. रुरल गोवा जे रुरल गोवासून येयल्लो आहा तूं जाणा, यू नो द डिफिकल्टी ऑफ द पीपल ऑफ गोवा अँड स्पेशली द डावन ट्रोडन, द पुअर पीपल, द पुअर सेक्शन ऑफ द पीपल, हेंची तूं भावना जाणा. आनी हे सगळे जे सभागृहान आमचे जे आमदार निवडून येयल्ले आहा ते सगळी ही भावना घेवन येयल्ले आसता आनी हे तुजे कडेन मांडटले आनी तूं तांकां इक्वल ऑपॉर्च्युनिटी दितलो अँड हियर देम अँड गिव जस्टीस. थँक्यू स्पीकर. आय वन्स अगेन कॉंग्रॅच्युलेट यू.
सभागृहाचे सदस्य अलेक्स रेजिनाल्ड.
स्पीकर सर, आज उबो रावला हांव तुका कॉंग्रॅच्युलेट करपाक. जे कम्युनिटी टू रिप्रेझेंट करता ते आमचे लागशिल्ली संबंद आहा फॉर सो मेनी इयर्स. आनी आय वॉन्ट टू कॉंग्रॅच्युलेट यू अँड परतून एकदा सगळ्यांनी सांगलां दे हॅव गॉट लॉट ऑफ एक्सपेक्टेशन्स आनी एज न्यू आमदार्स देर इज अ डिमांड की तांकां बरें जस्टीस मेळची म्हूण. सर्टनली I pray that you do that. As new Amdars, you give them justice, and not only that,
I wish you a very successful tenure, and I wish you all the best. On behalf of Moge Sogle constituency Lokacha Nawan, Tuka wish kotta. Thank you, and all the best.
Next, सभागृह सदस्य Alex Sikera.
Speaker sir, I rise to congratulate you on sitting before us as the Speaker of this Legislative Assembly. In all humility, I accept my defeat and I'm happy that you have become the Speaker. I know you when you and I were earlier member of this Legislative Assembly. I know your nature. I know what were your priorities. And I think your biggest quality was humility. Whilst congratulating you, I appeal to you to treat us from the opposition with due respect is the wrong word, but to give us our fair share of justice whenever the situation arises. Whilst congratulating you, I would also like to assure you of my personal cooperation in whatever way is possible. I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Next, Minister Marvin Gudino.
Speaker sir, I rise here to support the congratulatory motion moved by Honorable Chief Minister Dr. Pramod Sawant, congratulating you being elected to this very high office of the Speaker. Speaker sir, as this is called the August House, and you are going to be presiding over this August House. As we know, in the just concluded elections, I think the expectations of the people from the government, from the legislators, have never been so high as they are today. And here you are in such an august office, which you will preside, and as some members are already saying they want justice, I simply want to say this. With your rich experience, whether as a legislator, whether as a minister, and a person who has come from that particular strata where you have seen the sufferings of the common man, and what is it that we all aspire to do ultimately? Any government of the day always aspires, and it should be the norm, to improve the quality of the life of its citizens, to make people feel it is their government, to make people feel, yes, these particular people are answerable to us and they are doing as per what are our wishes and our expectations. So I think with you in that very high office sitting there, I think people will certainly sort of absorb those feelings that here is a man who will give us justice and allow a debate with very high standards while having respect for the rules of the House, while conducting ourselves in the House. We have seen how at certain times we felt we are at a very low ebb when conducting ourselves. I'm sure this is not going to happen now, and everybody literally will certainly be on their toes because the expectations are so high. The monitoring from the people, whether it is from the media, whether it is from the social media, whether it is from the people themselves, is going to be so high. And I'm, for one, very much sure that you will rise to the occasion. You are an experienced person and we'll have lots to rather encounter with you so that we all will be happy doing people's work. And once again, I take this opportunity of congratulating you. All the best in this very high August House. It's not always that people would like to sit there. Everybody literally wants to be a minister or something else. But you have chosen to be there. Hearty congratulations to you once again. All the best.
Next, Subhash Desai.
सभापती महाशय, आयज हांव ह्या सभागृहान उबो रावला. माननीय मुख्यमंत्र्यांनी जो अभिनंदन ठराव सभापती पदा खातीर मांडलेलो आसा ताका पाठिंबो दिवपा खातीर म्हाका खबर आसा श्री रमेश तवडकर हे म्हजे मित्र. म्हजे बरोबर 2012 ते 2017 ह्या दरम्यान खूब काम केल्लें. आदिवासी म्हणजे ट्रायबल मिनिस्टर, स्पोर्ट्स मिनिस्टर, एग्रीकल्चर मिनिस्टर, एनिमल हजबंड्री मिनिस्टर अशी गोंयची मोठी खात्यांक तुमी न्याय दिल्लो आसा. आनीक पर्टिक्युलरली म्हजो मतदारसंघ आनी काणकोण मतदारसंघ हे लागीं लागीं. आनीक आमचे सदांच जे सहकार्य आसा माननीय सभापतींचे त्या वेळार मंत्री म्हणून खूप मोठे योगदान ह्या मतदारसंघ घडोवपा भितर आसा. ते रस्त्याचे जाळे आसतले, ते प्ले ग्राउंड्स आसतले, किंवा आदिवासी जमाती खातीर न्याय दिवपा खातीर ज्यो 24 स्किमी पयले फावटी आमच्या ह्या सरकारान भितर हाडल्यो त्यो तुमच्या कार्यक्षमतेन च्या कारकिर्दी भितर आशिल्ल्यो. तुमची जिद्द, चिकाटी, मेहनत ही फळाक आयिल्ली आसा. आदिवासी जमातीक न्याय मेळ्ळो म्हणपाक जाता. तुमच्या कारकिर्दी भितर खूप मोठे मोलाचें कार्य ह्या जमातीक मेन स्ट्रिमीक हाडपा खातीर तुमी योगदान दिल्लें आसा. आनी परत एक फावटी एक मोठ्या पदाचेर तुमी आयिल्ले आसात. खूप अपेक्षा आमच्या सभागृहाच्योय आसात आनी खूप अपेक्षा तुमच्या मतदारसंघातल्या, आमच्या मतदारसंघातल्या, किंवा ज्या जाग्यार ट्रायबल पर्टिक्युलरली कम्युनिटी म्हणटा हांव, तांकां हो एक न्याय जावन आसा. म्हाका खबर आसा की तुमी कोणाचेर अन्याय करचे ना. सभागृहाक जे कामकाज बरें जावपाक, प्रोसिडींग्स, कंडक्ट ऑफ प्रोसिडींग्स हातूंत भितर तुमी माहीर आसतलेच. अत्यंत अभ्यासू आनी जिज्ञासू वृत्तीन आतां पर्यंत तुमी काम केल्लें आसा. शुन्यांतल्यान विश्व निर्माण कशें करचें हें तुमचे कडेन शिकपाचें. आमचे कडल्यान जे सहकार्य, सहयोग तुमकां जाय पडटलो सदांच आसतलो आनी तुमचें मार्गदर्शन हें आमकां सदांच लाभचें. आनी ह्या ग्रामीण भागांतल्या सगळे युवकांक एक नवी संधी
तूं आमकां सगल्यांक जस्टीस दितलो आनी सगल्यांक इक्वली ट्रीट करतलो, जावं ऑपोजिशन जावं रुलींग. थँक्यू.
नेक्स्ट मिनिस्टर श्री सुभाष शिरोडकर.
सभापती महाशय, काल तुमचें नांव पेपराचेर बरोवन थाराव मांडपाक आज मनात खूब खुशालकाय जाली की म्हजो मित्र आनी एक अत्यंत मागास तालुको काणकोण, ह्या तालुक्यांतल्यान ह्या उच्च पदाचेर तुमकां आसनासतात ते पळयतरी सभाघरांतल्यान 24 मतां पडून मताधिक्यान तुमी त्या स्थानाचेर वयर आज बशिल्ले पळयतरी म्हाका खूब धादोसकाय जाली. सभापती महाशय, गोंय राज्यांत काही नेमकीच उच्च पदां आसात, तातूंतलें हें एक. आनी ते दुबाविरीत ह्या उच्च पदाची मान, रेस्पेद तुमी सांबाळटले हातूंत दुबावूच ना. त्या बरोबरच ह्या पदाचेर आसतना तुमचे हांगा जे विशय येतले सगळे लेजिस्लेटिव्ह प्रोसिजर सगळे सांबाळून हे विशय सगळे सामान्य जनतेचे आसतले आनी त्यामुळे त्या सगळ्या विशयांक तुमी न्याय दिवपाक तत्पर आसतले, कारण तुमचे कडेन ती ताकद आसा. तुमचे कडेन तुमच्या स्वभावाच्या गुणानुसार ही ताकद आसा, हातूंत जरा सुद्दां दुबाव ना. आनी तो न्याय तुमी गोंयच्या जनतेक दितले, हांगा आशिल्ले सगळे मानेस्त सभासदांक दितले अशें आशा बाळगिता. आनी हो हिस्टोरिकल डे किंवा इव्हेंट तुमच्या हातूंत जिवनात की त्या बद्दल तुमकां तुमच्या भावी जिवनात यश मेळचें. मुखाल्ली कारकीर्द जी आसा 5 वर्सांची कारकीर्द बरी स्तुत्य अशी आसची अशा प्रकारची भावना व्यक्त करता आनी तुमकां धन्यवाद दिता.
नेक्स्ट डॉक्टर चंद्रकांत शेट्टी.
स्पीकर सर, आज तुमच्या हांव म्हज्या वाटेन आनी म्हज्या बिचोली मतदारसंघात तुमचें हांव कॉंग्रेच्युलेशन करता. सगळ्यांत पयलीं म्हजें हांव भाग्य मानता की हे असेंब्लीन म्हाका एक टिचर असो स्पीकर मेळ्ळो, ज्याच्यामुळे हांव आज फर्स्ट टायम आसा. हांव खूब कितें शिकूंक शकता तुमच्या कडल्यान आनी तुमी म्हाका नक्कीच शिकयतल्यात. दुसरें म्हणजे तुमी एक अशा समाजांतल्यान आयल्यात जो एक बहुजन समाज आसा, एक मागासलेलो समाज आसा, त्या समाजाचो मनीस ह्या उच्च पदार आयिल्लो आसा. म्हणजे ह्यातून आमच्या समाजाक एक बरी मॅसेज वयतली की एकदम कमी समाजांतलो मनीस सुद्दां एकदम उच्च पदार पावूंक शकता. तुमकां हांव तुमच्या फुडल्या 5 वर्सांक डेफिनेटली कॉंग्रेच्युलेशन म्हणटा आनी यश दितात. आनी हांव खूब ह्या सभागृहांत तुमच्या कडल्यान शिकतलो ही अपेक्षा म्हणटा आनी देव बरें करूं म्हणटा.
नेक्स्ट मिनिस्टर श्री निलेश काब्राल.
Speaker sir, I rise to congratulate you as being nominated as the Speaker of this August House, the 8th Legislative Assembly of the State of Goa. I support Honorable Chief Minister's congratulatory motion. We are known, we are associated for quite many years. How you have been working for last so many years for the downtrodden and all the issues you have been taking up for a particular section of the society which has been always being passed and said. And today, the House, by electing you, has shown that we are all equals among equals. I wish you all the best, and I hope that all the people who are expecting from you to perform your duties, they also do the same on their end. Thank you, Speaker, sir.
Next, Revency Vijagas.
Honorable Speaker, sir, on behalf of my party and on behalf of Cruz Silva, would like to congratulate Dr. Sawant for raising this congratulation motion, and to the other ministers. Also, congratulations to you, sir, for getting and taking up this highest post. We being young and new leaders over here today, we would expect your full support and justice towards protecting Goa and keeping Goa always at the center. We extend our full support to whatever will be required, what Goa needs and what Goan needs. Our full support will be there.
Discussed honor on this Ramesh Tavadkar. Honorable Speaker, sir, in view, the Goa Assembly is having its first speaker from state tribal community. It is a matter of the great pride and honor to the entire community. For me, it is an occasion to celebrate. Since this has happened in the term when I have been privileged of this member, thanks to my Kortali voters. On behalf of my Kortali constituency voters, I once again congratulate you, sir. Thank you.
फुडले जे मेंबर आसा तेन्ना आमी फक्त टायमाचे बांद दवरून मातसो थोडोसो आमकां 12:20 पर्यंत आमकां सोंपचें पडटा सगळें. त्यामुळे नेक्स्ट अभिजय सरदेसाय.
Speaker sir, I join to congratulate you for having been elected as the Speaker of this August House. Speaker sir, जेन्ना तूं मिनिस्टर आशिल्लो 2012 ते 17 मेरेन तेन्ना आमी खूब इश्यूज रेज केले. तुजें जें उत्तर दिवपाची जी वागणूक आशिल्ली, you would note down the demands that we would raise and reply to them point by point. As a Speaker of this August House, we also expect that you will note down the issues that are being raised, especially by 75% of these opposition benches who are new. 75% नवे आमदार आसात. सो तांकां ओरिएंटेशन दिवप, ह्या हावजान कशें बरें लेजिस्लेटर जावप, हें म्हाका दिसता तुमचें कर्तव्य जातलें आनी कर्तव्य आसूंक जाय. ह्या दिसांनी एक स्पिकराचो रोल, द न्यूट्रॅलिटी ऑफ द स्पिकर, हो एक पब्लीक डिबेट खूब जाल्ली आहा. कितलो स्पिकर न्यूट्रल आसा, चड करून बिकॉज ऑफ द 10th शेड्यूल ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन एंटी डिफेक्शन लॉ. स्पिकराचो रोल केन्ना केन्ना कॉम्प्रमायज जाता आनी ताजे खातीर लोकशाहीची हत्या जाता असो एक पब्लीक डिबेट चालू आहा. आनी ताजे खातीर तुमी आतां एक टर्म मदीं चुकून आतां परते आयिल्ले आहा. आमी 3 कन्सिक्युटीव टर्म्स हांगा आसात, पूण एक आमी ऑब्जर्व करतात की स्पिकर जो आसता तो परतो निवडून येना. हो कित्याक येना? स्पिकर निवडून येना कित्याक स्पिकर मे बी in course of his tenure he becomes so unpopular that the speaker, in spite of being a performing MLA, sometimes does not get elected. Speaker sir, I don't wish the same thing for you. हांव म्हजे 3 टेन्युअरांच्यो खबरो सांगता. आजो राण्याचें उलयना रे हांव. If honorable member wants that I should take names of who has been defeated, and it is not right because they are not in the house. Speaker sir,
फुडले भरपूर वेळ आसा आमकां.
एक इशू असा हा.
फुडें अनेक इशू रेज करपा खातीर आमकां वेळ भरपूर आसा. त्यामुळे आज फक्त
एक इशू असा हा.
ऑफ हायेस्ट ऑफिस ऑफ स्पीकर परत निवडून येना हें म्हणप सारकें योग्य न्ही. प्लीज विड्रॉ युअर वर्ड्स.
नो क्वेश्चन.
प्लीज विड्रॉ युअर वर्ड्स. तो नवीन जाल्लो आसा, एक्सपिरियन्स मनीस जाल्लो आसा आनी अशें म्हणप म्हणल्यार डिमोरलायज करप. द हाय ऑफिस ऑफ स्पीकर सर,
आमकां फुडें वेळ भरपूर आसा.
आय डोंट प्लीज एक्सपांड दोस वर्ड्स स्पीकर सर.
स्पीकर सर, डिमोरलायज करपाक कोण हांगा उलयना. ही पयली डिबेट, which is a congratulatory motion. Nobody wants to demoralize anybody in a congratulatory motion. But Speaker sir, fact is fact. Fact is fact. Nobody, I am not withdrawing anything. Don't talk about this withdrawal. This withdrawal of the word has led to defeats. Democracy is about consultative.
विजय बाब, तुम्ही जे शब्द म्हणला, आम्ही हे वर्ड याचा एक्सपांड करता.
कितें एक्सपांड?
अरे स्पीकर निवडून येऊ शकना. या
स्पीकर निवडून म्हणप हे योग्य न्ही. एक्सपांड कर.
बरोबर.
स्पीकर सर,
अजून वेळ भरपूर आसा
एक्सपांड करतना.
एक लक्षात घेवया की आमकां फुडें दीस भरपूर आसा. आज ही सुरवात आसा की आमकां परत गव्हर्नराचे स्पीच हें आसा.
हांव तुमकां एकूच सांगूंक सोदतां.
त्यामुळे तो आवडते घेवचे अशें
हांव एकूच तुमकां सांगूंक सोदतां. एक पयल्याच पार्लमेंटान जेन्ना नेहरू प्रायम मिनिस्टर आशिल्लो तेन्ना एक ओपोजिशनाचे व्हडलो मोठे पार्लमेंटेरियनान ताका एक उतर सांगलें की यू मे हॅव युअर वे बट लेट अस हॅव अवर सेम. This is the thumb rule of parliamentary democracy, that you may have your way because you have got the numbers, but the opposition should have their say. And to allow them to have their say, your role is very quintessential. It is very crucial. It cannot be used by saying somebody is getting demoralized or expunge this word. This is the death of the democracy. Don't start it on the first day. This is what I'm
saying. विजय बाब,
once again I would like to congratulate.
गव्हर्नराचे स्पीच आसा की त्यावर आणखी मेंबर उलोवपाचे आसा त्यामुळे
नो प्रॉब्लेम. उलय खूब आहा टाइम. खूब आसता.
नेक्स्ट
वयल्यान हावजान सगळे खुश आसपा जाय. फर्स्ट टायम एक एसटी आमचो मनीस हे उंच पदार पावला. आख्खे गोंय हॅपी आसतलें, तुमची कम्युनिटी हॅपी आसतलें. हे तुम्ही लक्षात दवरपा जाय. आनी हो तेजेर असले कमेंट मारता हे योग्य आसा?
नेक्स्ट सिनियर लीडर बाब दिगंबर कामत. ना कासून
हे पयलींच तुम्ही यू शुड स्टेप
वेळ जावचो न्ही
इन दीस की बाबा मोदी कोण उलोवन तो पार्लमेंटरी अफेर्स जालो, लेजिस्लेटिव्ह अफेर्स मंत्री केलो.
टायम जालो ना. टायम जालो म्हटल्यार
say one
टायम जालो म्हणून.
Honorable Speaker, I rise to congratulate you. I have known you to be a very simple person with a genuine heart. I will also share one experience when many people from Kanakona had come to me and you wanted to solve the problems and you did attend very well. You hold office where you will don 2 hats as the Supreme Court has said in famous judgment of Quixote Holohon. I trust you will perform your duty in true spirit as a Speaker of this august House. Congratulations once again.
स्पीकर सर, या सभाघराच्या सर्वोच्चपदी तुझी आज निवडणूक जाल्या म्हणून तुझे अभिनंदन करपाक हांव उबो आसा. आमी सगळे मानतात ह्या देशांत लोकशाही आणि असेंब्ली इज नोन एज द टेम्पल ऑफ डेमोक्रेसी आणि टेम्पल ऑफ डेमोक्रेसी भितर ताजो राखणदार म्हणजे सभापती. ह्या देशांत एक तेप आशिल्लो आनी सभापतींनी बरे बरे पायंडा घालून दवरिल्ले आसा. म्हाका याद जाता बूक वाचता आसतना मेळ्ळें की एका तेंपार सभापती जालो की सभापती पार्टीचो राजिनामो दितालो आनी इन द नेक्स्ट इलेक्शन ही इज टू गेट इलेक्टेड अनअपोज. देर वॉज ए अंडरस्टँडिंग बिटवीन द अपोजिशन एंड रुलींग दॅट सभापती जो पार्टीचो राजिनामो दिवन सभापतीक जस्टीस दितलो तो सभापतीच्या अगेन्स्ट कोण कॅन्डिडेट उबो करपाना ताका अनअपोज दिवन अशें ह्या देशांत घडिल्लें आसा. प्रॉबेबली आतां तें शक्य ना जशी वर्सां गेली तशें तें तितलें पयलीं भशेन तें आतां राजिनामो दिलो अनअपोज हाडलो अशें तें शक्य जायना. पूण ह्या देशांत अशी प्रथा आसा, एका तेंपार प्रथा घाल्ली आनी आमची अपेक्षा आसा की सभापती हो सगळ्यांचेर ताणें लक्ष दवरपा जाय. रुलींग पार्टीचेर लक्ष दवरपा जाय, अपोजिशनाचेर लक्ष दवरपा जाय आनी खास करून अपोजिशनाच्या आमदारांक एक इनजस्टीस जाता अशें फिलींग येवपाक जायना. म्हणजे फक्त जस्टीस केलीच म्हणून जायना, यू शूड लूक दॅट यू आर डुईंग जस्टीस टू द अपोजिशन. इतलें तुवें सांबाळचें. म्हाका खात्री आसा की ज्या समाजांतल्यान तूं आयला तुका सगळे गरिबीचें हें खबर आसा. दुर्बल घटक कशे पद्दतीन त्रास काडटा गोंयांत हेंय तुका खबर आसा. तूं जाण अपोजिशनाच्या आमदारांक एक इनजस्टीस जाता अशें फिलींग येवपाक जायना. म्हणजे फक्त जस्टीस केलीच म्हणून जायना, यू शूड लूक दॅट यू आर डुईंग जस्टीस टू द अपोजिशन. इतलें तुवें सांबाळचें. म्हाका खात्री आसा की ज्या समाजांतल्यान तूं आयला तुका सगळे गरिबीचें हें खबर आसा. दुर्बल घटक कशे पद्दतीन त्रास काडटा गोंयांत हेंय तुका खबर आसा. तूं जाणा सगळें. विधानसभेंत तूं आशिल्लो, तुका एक्सपिरियन्सूय आसा. ताजो फायदो ह्या सभाघराक जातलो आनी तूं जस्टीस करतलो अशी. आनी परत एकदां आमच्यो शुभेच्छा तुका दिता.
नेक्स्ट चीफ मिनिस्टर डॉक्टर.
आणि आता सभापती ह्या उच्च पदाचेर तुम्ही पावल्या. स्पीकर सर, योगायोगान त्या खुर्चेर बसपाचो भोवमान म्हाकाय मेळ्ळा. त्या खुर्चेर हांवूय बसलां. त्या खुर्चेची गरिमा आमकां सगळ्यांक खबर आसा. म्हणजे जशें बऱ्याच जाणांनी म्हटलें की ह्या पद हें खूब उंच पद आसा आनी तेज्या वयल्यान सगळ्यांक न्याय दिवपाचें काम हें निश्चितच तुमी करतले. पण तेजी म्हाका खात्री आसा, कारण तुमच्या कडल्यान कोणाचेरूच अन्याय जावचो ना हाजोय हांव विश्वास बाळगितां. बट आज तुमी त्या खुर्चेर बसल्या उपरांत म्हाका सांगता आसतना म्हणजे पुराय तुमच्या 22 वर्साच्या टेन्युअराची म्हाका याद जाता आनी म्हाका दिसता गोंयच्या तरणाट्यांक तुमी एक आव्हान आसता. म्हणजे गोंयच्या तरणाट्यांक तुमी एक उदाहरण आसतलें. कारण ज्या समाजांतच न्ही, ज्या तालुक्यांतच न्ही, ज्या कुटुंबात आमी पळयता की अशा पद्दतीच्या एका कुटुंबांतल्यान तुमी वयर आयल्यात. तुमची धडपड, तुमची तळमळ समाजा खातीर करपाचें काम, शैक्षणीक क्षेत्रांत तुमी केल्लें काम, आदर्श युवा संस्था ह्या संस्थेंत तुमी केल्लें काम, बलराम शिक्षण संस्थेंत तुमी केल्लें काम, अशी किती तरी उदाहरणां जी आसा ही ना काणकोण तालुक्यांत तर पुराय गोंयभर तुमी दाखोवन दिल्या आनी निश्चितच रित्या ह्या पदाचेर तुमी पावल्या. म्हणजे आमी पळयता की कश्ट केल्या शिवाय फळ मेळना आनी तो कश्ट तुमी सातत्यात करीत आयिल्ले आसा. आनी म्हाका दिसता हाजे सगळ्यांचें म्हणजे हांव जर उदाहरण म्हणून सांगतलो आनी उलयतलो आसत जाल्यार कशें जगप, आमी म्हणटा की कशें जगप ह्या जर दुनियेक दाखयतलो आसत जाल्यार तें तुमी गोंयांत दाखोवन दिल्लें आसा. आनी हें सांगता आसतना हांव मुद्दामून मी म्हणटलो की वेगवेगळे म्हणजे बलराम विद्या स्कुलाचो प्रकल्प किंवा ट्रायबला खातीर आश्रम स्कूल किंवा रेसिडेन्शियल आसलेल्या तुमचो सांस्कृतिक महोत्सव हो एक तर गोंयांत नावाजलेलो सांस्कृतिक महोत्सव आसा आनी त्या सांस्कृतिक महोत्सवाच्या रुपात तुम्ही गोंयचें नांव हे पुराय भारताच्या नकाशाचेर व्हेला की पुराय भारत देशातले वेगवेगळे ट्रायबल लोकच न्हय तर इतर लोक तुमच्या त्या सांस्कृतिक महोत्सवाक लोक उत्सवाक किंवा काणकोणातलो लोक उत्सव म्हटल्या उपरांत गोंयांतले सगळे लोक समेस्त त्या लोक उत्सवाक हजर रावता आणि गोंयची सांस्कृतिक चळवळ म्हणून हो लोक उत्सव तुम्ही चलयता आनी म्हाका खात्री आसा ह्या उच्च पदाचेर पावल्या उपरांत अशाच पद्दतीच्यो म्हणजे विधानसभेतल्या आमदारांक ट्रेनिंग हे तुमी दितले कारण तो तर तुमचो हक्क आसा तो तुमचो न्याय आसा आनी त्याच बरोबर अशा पद्दतीची वेगवेगळी कामांय ही तुमी ह्या पदाचेर आसतना आमकां सगळ्या जाणांक म्हणजे सगळ्या जाणांक न्याय मेळटलो सगळ्या जाणांक ट्रेनिंग मेळटल्यो ह्यो सगळ्यो गजाली जातल्यो हांव शेवटी वयता आसतना एकूच सांगतलो की विंदा करंदीकर हांच्या कवितेंतल्यान जर त्यांची उतरां सांगपाची जरी जाली आसत असे जगावे दुनियेमध्ये आव्हानाला लावून अत्तर नजर रोखुनी नजरेमध्ये आयुष्याला द्यावे उत्तर या विंदा करंदीकरांच्या कवितेंतल्या ह्या उतरांतल्यान तुम्ही आयुष्यात कशें जगावे हे तुम्ही दाखोवन दिल्लें आसा आनी हांव गोंयच्या सगळ्या तरणाट्यांक सांगता की निश्चितच तुमच्या कडल्यान खूप कितें घेय सारकें आसा तुमच्या कडल्यान निश्चितच तेंच्यांनी घेवचें आनी खरोखरूच ही विंदा करंदीकरांची उतरां ही तुमकां तशाची तशी लागू पडटा हांव इतकें सांगता आनी परत एकदां म्हज्या भारतीय जनता पार्टीच्या वतीन तुम्ही स्विकारले तुम्ही सभापती पदाच्या ह्या उच्च पदाचेर बसले त्या खातीर भारतीय जनता पार्टीच्या वतीनूय बी हांव तुमचें खूब खूब अभिनंदन करता गोंयच्या विधानसभेच्या गोंयच्या सगळ्या आमदारांच्या वतीन गोंयच्या लोकांच्या वतीन हांव तुमचें खूब खूब अभिनंदन करता देव बरें करूं.
आज गोंय विधानसभेन सभागृहान तशेंच सभागृहाचे सदस्य सगळ्यांनीच ह्या सभागृहाचो अध्यक्ष म्हणून म्हजी जबाबदारी दिल्या त्यामुळे हांव सगळ्यांचो ऋणी आसाच. सभागृहाच्या अनेक सदस्यांनी म्हजे गूण जे आसा न्ही म्हजे जिवनाचे पैलू हे सांगपाचो प्रयत्न केलो आनी एक प्रकारचे म्हजो ह्या सभागृहांत भोवमान करपाचो एक सन्मान केलो अशें म्हणल्यार अतिशय जावचें ना. हांव स्वताक भाग्यवान समजता. हांव भाग्यवान इतल्या खातीर समजता की म्हाका अनेक वेळाचे जे लोक मेळ्ळे ज्या वेळाचेर एखाद्या सामान्य शेतकाराच्या कुटुंबाक जल्मा येता आसतना सामान्य गांवांतल्यो ग्रामीण भागांतल्यो ज्यो समस्या आसात ह्या समस्या संदर्भात उत्तर सोदपाच्या दृश्टिकोनाच्यान हांवें स्वता प्रयत्न करता आसतनाच की समाजांतल्या अनेक लोकांनी अनेक कार्यकर्त्यांनी भरपूर साथ दिली आणि त्यामुळेच एज ए शिक्षक म्हणून काम करता आसतना की ग्रामीण भागांतले क्वॉलिटी एज्युकेशन कशें इम्प्रूव जावपाक जाय ताजो मॉडेल कसो उबो करपाक जाय वो ध्यास ह्या सगळ्या कार्यकर्त्याच्या लोकांच्या शक्तींतल्यान मेळ्ळो आनी त्यामुळेच बलराम एज्युकेशन सोसायटी तशेंच आज आश्रम शाळे सारको प्रोजेक्ट सबंद गोंयाक न्ही सबंद देशाक मॉडेल उबी जावपा सारको अशा तरेची गोश्ट करपाची म्हाका संदी मेळ्ळी. ज्या समाजांत हांव जल्माक आयलो ज्या आदिवासी समाजांतले ज्या समाजाच्यो सगळ्यो समस्या सगळे प्रश्न ताजेर उत्तर सोदपाक जाय म्हणजे हांवेंच सोदपाक जाय अशा तरेची भुमिका घेवन की 95 पासून 2011 पर्यंत आमी सगळ्यांनी बाळ्ळीचें आंदोलन पर्यंत पयलें हो एक मोठो संघर्श करून आनी हांव भाग्यवान समजता नंतरच्या कालखंडामध्ये हांव आदिवासी कल्याण खात्याचो मंत्री जालो आनी तातूंतल्यान ज्यो आज आमी म्हणटा की 25 योजना त्यो प्रत्येक योजना आखता आसतना त्या समाजाचें दुख्ख ताका वाट करपाच्या दृश्टिकोनाच्यान आमकां संदी मेळ्ळी आनी त्यामुळे राजकीय क्षेत्रांत आसतना सुद्दां 2005 पासून 2007 2012 आज 2022 त्यामुळे ह्या सगळ्यात राजकीय सामाजीक जो म्हजो प्रवास आसा ह्या प्रवासाक असंख्य शेकड्यांनी लोकांनी तशेंच भारतीय जनता पार्टीचे नेतृत्व केंद्रीय नेतृत्व गोंयचे नेतृत्व सगळे लोकांनी भरपूर साथ दिली आसा म्हणून एक म्हजे सारको सामान्य मनीस जो आसा न्ही तो आज ह्या पदाचेर पावपाक शकलो. त्यामुळे हांव भारतीय जनता पार्टीचो ऋणी आसाच तशेंच सभागृहाचे सदस्य आसा तांचो ऋणी आसा कारण त्यांनी सगळ्यांनीच म्हजें नांव प्रपोज केलें आनी म्हजे सारके एक सामान्य तरणाट्याक म्हाका दिसता म्हजोच न्ही म्हज्या फॅमिलीचो म्हज्या समाजाचो आनी सबंद म्हज्या काणकोण तालुक्याच्या पर्यायान जे म्हजे गोंयभराचे जे हितचिंतक आसा कार्यकर्ते आसात की तांचो एक प्रकारचो सन्मान केलो अशें हांव धरून वतां. आनी ह्या पदाक न्याय दिवपाच्या दृश्टिकोनाचेर ज्या विरोधी पक्षाचे अनेक आमदारांनी आज आपली भुमिका ह्या वेळाचेर अभिनंदन करता आसतना मांडली की सभागृहांतल्या सगळ्या सदस्यांक न्याय मेळपाच्या दृश्टिकोना विशय केलो. त्यामुळे जे स्पीकर्स येवन गेले अध्यक्ष जावन गेले त्या लोकांनी ह्या सभागृहाचो मान, सभागृहाची गरिमा जी आसा ती वाडोवपाच्या दृश्टिकोनांचो सतत प्रयत्न केलो. त्यामुळे हांव धरून वता, हांव तुमकां सांगपाक आश्वस्त करपाक सोदतां की ह्या सभागृहाक ज्या लोकांनी, ज्या बऱ्या लोकांनी जे आदर्श घालून दवरले आसा तीच परंपरा फुडें व्हरपाच्या दृश्टिकोनाचे हांव प्रयत्न करतो. निश्चितपणे तुमकां आश्वस्त करतां एक ह्या पदाचेर रावन संपूर्ण जे सभागृहाचे सदस्य आसा त्याच बरोबर संबंध गोंयच्या जनतेक जी अपेक्षीत आसा ती गजाल करपाच्या दृश्टिकोनाचे हांव प्रयत्न करतलो. आनी त्यामुळे गोंयचें गोंयपण, गोंयचो आमी गोंयाक सांबाळपा खातीर जी आमची सगळ्यांची भुमिका आसा ती भुमिका आमी फुडें व्हरया. त्यामुळे परत एकदां हांव सगळे सभासद जे आसा जेणे म्हजेर एक कांय जाणांक उलोवपाक मेळना तरी आसतना धरून वता की आमचे मित्र आसात की तांकां तांची भावना म्हज्या हातूंत आसात. त्यामुळे परत सगळ्यांचे हांव आभार व्यक्त करतां. गोंयच्या जनतेचे हांव आभार करतां की एक म्हजे सारक्या सामान्य तरुणाक ह्या इतल्या मोठ्या पदाचेर येवन काम करपाची संदी दिल्या बद्दल. देव बरें करूं. I will now adjourn the House up to 12:25 p.m. for the Honorable Governor address.
Honorable members, Honorable Governor.
I request Honorable Governor to address House.
Namaskar to all. Mr. Speaker and honorable members of the Legislative Assembly, it is my great privilege to welcome all newly elected members of the Goa Legislative Assembly to the first session of this August House for the year 2022 and also my first address. I must congratulate all the honorable members for their success in recent elections. I express my satisfaction at the peaceful manner in which recent elections to the Goa Legislative Assembly were held. I must congratulate the people of the state for their political maturity and also all political parties for their cooperation and the smooth conduct of the recent elections. I would also like to take this opportunity to appreciate all officers and officials of the state for free, fair, transparent and smooth conduct of assembly elections in the state during the third wave of COVID-19 pandemic by taking all precautionary measures as per advisories issued by the Ministry of Home Affairs and the time to time. I am happy to say that the state has successfully controlled the spread of second wave and third wave of COVID-19 pandemic and achieved normalcy in its activities in the state with the unholding support of the Honorable Prime Minister under Atmanirbhar Bharat Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana to the state. The steps initiated by the state administration under the directions and advisories of the State Empowered Committee chaired by Chief Secretary in monitoring and taking measures in controlling the pandemic, creating awareness and implementing vaccination program is commendable. Goa is one of the few states which have covered 100% vaccination of both the doses for the adult population as per CoWIN portal as on 1st March 2022. The vaccination for the age group of 15 to 18 years has commenced from 3rd January 2022 and has covered more than 80%, and booster dose for senior citizens is 31,085. This credit goes to all the frontline warriors and the public for their valuable cooperation. Honorable members, development journey during COVID pandemic time was not easy. The state has become a role model due to our determination, self-confidence, assured leadership, support and cooperation of the members of this august house and citizens as well. Swayambhurna Goa is a mission of my government that embarks upon attaining Prime Minister's vision for Atmanirbhar Bharat. This novel initiative was launched by the Honorable Chief Minister of Goa on 2nd October 2020 with the sole aim of engaging the bureaucracy and the community for transformation of every Goan citizen into a self-reliant individual contributing towards a self-reliant Goa. Swayambhurna Goa Sushampana Gavo. I would like to congratulate all the government karmacharis designated as Swayambhurna Mitras, Taluk Nodal Officers, Link Officers, and Swayambhurna Paryavakashakas who worked tirelessly in rural as well as urban areas under Swayambhurna Goa program to bridge the gap between public and government by organizing more than 1,900 programs benefiting 24,000 odd beneficiaries. Now the state has become a role model for the rest of the country. I am pleased to say that the Honorable Prime Minister had a virtual interaction on 23rd October 2021 with the stakeholders to know the first-hand information on how Swayambhurna Goa program was implemented and further honored the best Swayambhurna Mitras for their commendable work performed in their respective village, panchayats, on the commemorative celebrations of 60th anniversary of Goa's liberation. Manava Seva, Madhav Seva, under Atmanirbhar Bharat, Swayambhurna Goa, 12 mega events under caption Sarkar Tumchya Dari, that is less government and more governance, were organized. More than 40 departments and their offices participated in these programs and resolved the pending issues thereon. My government has received an amount of rupees 150 crore out of 300 crore towards infrastructure development from the Government of India for celebration of the 60th Goa Liberation Year. I shall request you all to participate in India 75 Azadi Ka Amrita Mahotsav and prepare a roadmap towards development for the next 25 years. Honorable members, safety is everyone's responsibility. My government is committed for well-being, security, and safety of the citizens and the tourists traveling to Goa from all parts of the world. During undaring efforts of the police, the overall crime detection rate stood at 82.85% in 2021. I congratulate the police department as Valpoi police station has achieved 4th rank among the 10 best police stations in the entire country. Nashamukta Goa means strict vigil has been kept on drug peddlers and intensified action against drug menace. Awareness programs were organized with various stakeholders, including student community, in order to make our state as a Nashamukta state. The contribution of Home Guards in conducting recent elections, Goa Liberation Day celebrations, and traffic management is commendable. Efforts are on to make Goa an accident-free state. I am pleased to say that the state has progressed well in all spheres and secured 4th position or rank in the country by scoring an index of 72 points in the Sustainable Development Goals (SDG) India Index 3 report published by the Niti Aayog. Goa is the only state in the country to become an achiever, I mean score of 100 points in SDG 6 clean water sanitation and SDG 7 affordable and clean energy. Our target is to become first achieve in all SDGs by 2029. You all are aware that there was an economic impact on the world due to COVID. The state has made efforts to improve its economy. The gross state domestic product at current price for the year 2020 and 21 stood at rupees 78,337.92 crore provisional, registering growth of 4.69% as compared to previous year 2019 and 20. The state per capita income is rupees 5.04 lakh for the year 2020-21, which is highest in country, portraying robust and healthy economy. Though the state as well as the entire country has suffered second and third waves of COVID, still the state managed to collect excise revenue to the tune of rupees 514.91 crore in the year 2020-21 as compared to rupees 491.83 crore in 2019-20, depicting an increase of revenue by 4.69%. The state has collected revenue of rupees 561.25 crore during the financial year 2021-22 up to February 2022 as against rupees 598.36 crore and is committed to achieve the targets. The services in Goa excise management system has been extended for online digitalization of new applications towards license, shifting of existing license, cancellation and recording labels, etc., etc. The state tax department started functioning in their own new building Goa Rajya Kar Bhavan at Altino with a state-of-the-art facilities. My government is working meticulously to improve the revenues of the state by optimum utilization of available resources. The state has collected tax revenue of rupees 4,412.10 crore for the financial year 2021-22 as against the target of rupees 5,506.12 crore for the financial year 2021-22 through GST, VAT, CST, etc. as compared to the tax revenue of rupees 4,691.56 crore collected as against target of rupees 5,393.78 crore during the financial year 2020 and 21. Under one-time settlement scheme, OTS 2020, for recovery of arrears of dues through settlement, 11,896 applications were received to settle and rupees 55.49 crore has been recovered till date. In order to increase the surveillance, monitoring and verification of e-way bills, the Economic Intelligence Unit was formed and rupees 3.71 crore has been recovered from the tax evadees during the financial year till October 2021. I congratulate the Finance Department for its novel idea in adopting the trade receivable discounting system mechanism, which is the first of its kind in the country for facilitating payments of MSME contractors through Receivables Exchange of India Limited platform. A similar system has been adopted for non-MSME vendors and has cleared the bills worth more than rupees 640 crore. I am happy to say that the state government has carried out all 4 reforms and become eligible to an additional borrowing limit of 1.95% of GSDP and also avail special assistance from the central government under the scheme Assistance to States for Capital Expenditure to the tune of rupees 97.66 crore. For the first time, my government has set up Goa CSR Authority under Rule 42B of the Company's Corporate Social Responsibility Rules with an aim to mobilize CSR contributions from various companies and channelize the same with the sectoral priorities. My government has coordinated actively with the central government to avail optimum assistance for centrally assisted schemes, and its utilization of funds has improved drastically to more than 96% as against 51% in the previous years. The monthly contribution of the state government towards the employees eligible under NPS has been enhanced from 10% to 14% with effect from 1st April 2021. Agriculture is our wisest pursuit. Agriculture is backbone of the country. My government is striving hard to remove hardships faced by the farmers and raise their standard of living by encouraging community framing and cooperative federalism, and support the farmers by way of providing subsidies, incentives, minimum support price for their produce in the state. My government has distributed an amount of rupees 3.91 crore in the form of subsidies to 14,763 farmers during 2021-22 towards purchase of agro-machineries such as tractor, power, towards of the agro-machinery such as tractor, power tiller, etc. Customs services, that is 50% subsidy on higher services charges on various agricultural machinery for land preparation. In order to encourage the local vegetable growers and boost horticulture's crops in the state, Goa State Horticultural Corporation Limited has procured 1,038 tons of vegetables worth rupees 3.14 crore, benefiting 147 farmers, thereby giving boost even for marketing. My government aims towards the welfare and economic upliftment of the farmers and landless laborers in generation of gainful employment through animal husbandry and allied sectors by implementing various subsidiary based on schemes. My government has extended loan facilities through Kisan credit cards to animal husbandry and fishery sectors with the subsidized interest rates. An amount of rupees 21.72 crore has been sanctioned to 2,057 Kisan card credit card holders through various national banks. Goa has been declared the first rabies controlled state in the country under the scheme of Mission Rabies. State has successfully implemented foot and mouth disease vaccination for 50,000 odd animals, and 75 odd animals have been tagged till under the information network of animal productivity and health. The annual estimated milk production is 60,138 odd tons. Egg production is 374.79 lakhs, and meat production is 6,051 odd tons as per integrated sample survey. In order to make Goa self-sufficient in milk production, an amount of rupees 9,000 crore was released in the form of subsidy under the Kamadhenu scheme to 310 farmers who have purchased more than 1,000 animals. Under the incentives to milk produce scheme, an amount of rupees 28.76 crore has been released as composite subsidy to the farmers. Under Pashupalan scheme, total of 1,979 beneficiaries were assisted with a subsidy of rupees 1.24 crore. The efforts are made to encourage and motivate local youth to take up agriculture and allied services. Fish, curry, and rice is the Goan's staple food. Honorable members, you are well aware, due to the COVID pandemic outbreak and disaster created by severe cyclonic storm Tokte, fishing activities were affected across the state. The unfavorable weather at times left the fishermen struggling. 26 fishermen have been compensated to the tune of rupees 75.25 lakh, whose vessels were damaged by the natural calamity at the sea. Special drive has been launched to cover fishermen under Kisan credit card, and 286 fishermen have received the loan amounting to rupees 206.45 lakh. My government has started the loan amounting to rupees 206.45 lakhs. My government has started registration for all fishermen. Till date, 1,368 fish sellers are registered under the scheme. About 11,050 QR code enabled Aadhaar cards have been issued to fishermen. 129 awareness programs were organized about various beneficiary schemes among the fishing community. In order to elevate the fishing community, 5 new schemes have been notified to provide financial assistance. During the year 2021, marine fish production was 1.21 lakh tons and inland fish production was 5,003 tons. Efforts are on to sustain the fisheries resources by adopting responsible fishing and fish farming. Goa is known for its rich flora and fauna. As per Forest Survey of India, report 2020, the forest and tree cover ratio is about 67%. Efforts are on to increase green cover in the state and plantation of 5 lakhs saplings in non-forest land, and plantation has been carried over through 88 forest area. Under Catch the Rain program, the rainwater is harvested and water bodies are created to ensure availability of water to wildlife. A Gram Upavan has been created at the Harveli village in Sangali and named as Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose Gram Upavan. Forest Rescue Squad has rescued 5,772 wildlife during the period. 97 Vaidya Mitras are registered for conservation and promotion of traditional medical knowledge and created 77 school herbal gardens. 5th Bird Festival was celebrated at Chorao. Honorable Chief Minister declared Malabar tree naib as state butterfly of Goa. 268 youths have been trained as nature guides. 3 nature interpretation centers and a nature education center with stay facility has been developed. Transformation of economic development to sustainable development is our aim. My government is always encouraging green and non-polluting industries in the state. The public is more vigilant on protecting the environment. Goa Investment Promotion Board has granted in principle approval to 219 projects with a total investment of 16,074 crore with the employment potential of 39,241 persons. During the year 2021-22, under MSME, Samadhan delayed payment monitoring system to micro small enterprises. 82 applications have been received for an amount of rupees 10.05 crore, out of which 19 applications have been disposed of amounting to rupees 1.45 crore. Under UAMS, 4,833 units have been filed online with a proposed investment of rupees 539.17 crore with employment potential of 39,947 persons. Incentives in the form of subsidy contribution amount to rupees 3.07 crore have been disbursed till December 2021. Under share capital to local entrepreneurs and self-employed scheme 2015, rupees 329.87 lakh has been disbursed to 102 beneficiaries. Under promotion of beekeeping scheme, 188 proposals for 282 boxes have been sanctioned. 17 training programs have been conducted and training imparted to 360 persons. Konkan Maritime Cluster has obtained approval for setting up common facility center at Verna Industrial Estate. Salsette with a total project of cost of rupees 16.22 crore with grant in aid form from central government and state government of rupees 12 crore and rupees 1.50 crore respectively. The Kongan Maritime Cluster applicant contributes its share of rupees 2.72 crore under PMEGP. KVIB has distributed subsidy amounting to rupees 51.37 lakh involving project cost of rupees 199.08 lakh with an employment potential of 188 persons. Geographical indication for Govan, Kajay, Mindoli, Banana and Harmal chili have been successfully notified. The Economic Development Corporation plays pivotal role in encouraging young budding entrepreneurs by way of extending financial assistance at subsidized interest rates. Under the Chief Minister's Rojar Yojana, 120 beneficiaries have been sanctioned a loan amounting to rupees 6.11 crore during the financial year 2021-22. Under the Goa Tribal Employment Generation Program, an amount of rupees 611.52 lakh has been sanctioned to 91 beneficiaries and disbursed an amount of rupees 475.53 lakh on cumulative basis up to 30th September 2021. My government has made all possible efforts to support after mining dependence. Under debt relief scheme for mining, affected borrowers of financial institution cumulative subsidy of rupees 108.42 crore was sanctioned to 4,696 beneficiaries, of which subsidy amounting to rupees 97.88 crore was disbursed to 4,564 beneficiaries up to November 2021. Ignite EDC Innovation Hub has supported 29 startup incubators and has provided co-working space to numerous entities running their ventures. The state is richly endowed with industrial minerals like iron ore, bauxite, manganese, limestone, etc., etc. Besides minor minerals like basalt latrine stones, rubble river sand, muram, etc., which are the major revenue earners, employment potential generates and also cater to the demand for construction materials. Efforts for resumption of mining activities in the state are on for stability and employment in the mining dependent villages. 27 e-auctions of the mineral ore lying at various mines in the state have been conducted. 16.03 million tons of the mineral ore have been sold. Goa Amendment to the Minor Mineral Concession Rules 1985 is notified for streamlining the process for grant of minor mineral quarrying leases and approval of quarrying plans. The total royalty collected on extraction of major mineral and minor minerals is rupees 116.12 crore for the financial year 2021-22 till 31st January 2022. 18 new factories under the Factories Act 1948 and 6 new boilers under the Boiler Act 1923 were registered and granted licenses. Clean and be healthy then you can become wealthy. Goa is a fast urbanizing state in the country. Niti Aayog has recognized the best practices adopted by Corporation City of Panaji for source segregation and Bicholi Municipality for plastic waste management and publishing report Waste-wise Cities Best Practice in Municipal Solid Waste Management. All the urban local bodies in the state of Goa have been certified as open education, open defecation free by Quality Control in India team, which is a certifying agency notified by Government of India. There is 100% door-to-door collection of waste and average segregation is at 86% in all the 14 ULBs. A 0.5 TPD biomethanation plant at Valpoi has been commissioned. Under credit-linked subsidy scheme, vertical PMAYU out of sanctioned amount of rupees 629.21 crore, an amount of rupees 529.52 crore have been dispersed to 2,435 beneficiaries with a subsidy of rupees 53.63 crore. Under Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana National Urban Livelihoods Mission, 486 individuals have completed training in various skill development courses across all ULBs during the financial year 2021-22. Under Prime Minister Street Vendors Atmanirbhar Nidhi, loan amounting to rupees 1.21 crore have been dispersed to 1,213 street vendors. Under e-governance, will be implemented BRAP 2020 reforms related to trade, signages and construction license service in Goa online portal. Under the Garbage Control Act, the sport fine mobile application for violators have been developed and deployed. Under Amrit Mission, convergence beautification of the beachfront promenade at Murmur is completed. Under the Smart City Mission, implementation of smart radios wireless network with the most towers for Panaji cities also completed. For the implementation of Smart City Mission scheme, Government of India has released rupees 170.28 crore out of sanctioned amount of rupees 19,600 crore, out of which rupees 116.53 crore has been utilized till this date. Under the integrated development of major towns projects, construction of commercial building on Congratulatory Municipal Council, construction of fish market in Koppam village of Koppam Municipal Council, development of Hindu cremation and burial grounds at St. Ines for Corporation of the City of Panaji have been completed at a cost of rupees 31.10 crore. Participate in the Clean India mission and make India clean again to bring new rain. The Panchayat Raj is the oldest system of local government. The role of Panchayat Raj is sustainable and inclusive growth, empowering rural population for improving their quality of life, providing rural infrastructure and socio-economic growth opportunities, providing opportunity for rural livelihood and accountable and efficient functioning. Granting aid to a tune of rupees 26.0 crore has been released to various villages panchayats and rupees 17.50 crore for Silla Panchayat till December 2021. For various infrastructure development works, extended hand-holding financial support for 111 weaker panchayats have been released through unconditional matching grants to the tune of rupees 62 odd lakh. Under rural garbage disposal scheme, an amount of rupees 1.25 crore has been incurred till December 2021. Under infrastructure development scheme, 17 projects are completed, incurring an amount of rupees 1.66 crore. Under Swachh Bharat mission, making India open defecation free, already 20,000 odd individual household toilets and 514 community toilets have been constructed. Under the theme Clean House, Clean Village, Keeper of Clean State, steps are taken to create awareness on cleanliness and community living. Under Digital India, all 191 village panchayats have been extended online facilities. Under material recovery facility, 80 sheds have been constructed at various village panchayats for collection, segregation, and disposal of wet, dry, and plastic waste. One of the objectives of Swayambhurna Goa means it is shelter for all. Under Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Gramin, 24 houses are completed out of 42 houses sanctioned under Housing to All. I am pleased to say that online website so-and-so was launched for all SHGs to showcase their products for online sale. Women empowerment. Under Pradhan Mantri formulation of micro food processing enterprises scheme, the seed capital of rupees 76 odd lakh and bank linkage under one district one product scheme rupees 70.0 lakh have been sanctioned to 250 SHG members who are involved in micro food processing industries. 11th Goa Saras National Level Exhibition cum Sale was organized, and SHGS artisans from 12 states have been participated in. Under Mahatma Gandhi Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme, wage employment of 72,000 odd men days has been generated, 352 new job cards are issued, and 154 works have been completed. Under the National Old Age Widow Disability Pension, during the current year, rupees 47.85 lakh has been disbursed to more than 9,000 pensioners, and another 13,000 odd pensioners have been identified for monthly pension under that scheme. Under National Family Welfare Benefit Scheme, 174 families have been given lump sum assistance of rupees 20,000 on the death of its primary breadwinner. Under Goa Gramin Urja Yojana, 553 BPL families have been provided LPG connection. The greatest wealth is health. Health for all is one of the goals of Swayambhurna Goa program. My government has provided 447 medical procedures under the Deen Dayal Swastha Seva Yojana, and 2.92 lakh cards are issued and are active as on 31st December 2021. I am happy to state that this state has the best health indicators such as birth rate, death rate, infant mortality rate, maternal mortality rate, total fertility rate, institutional deliveries, etc. About 1.08 lakh children aged less than 5 years were administered oral polio vaccine doses on 31st January 2021. Kayakalpa scheme is an initiative by the Government of India for promoting cleanliness or Swachh in the public health facilities, and many of the health institutions have got commendation awards under Ani Suraksha Yojana. 292 beneficiaries benefited, incurring expenditure to the tune of rupees 2.04 lakh. 475 patients have been STEMI diagnosed and 375 patients STEMI thrombolyzed. Treatment protocol for control of hypertension has been formulated for the state. 19,000 odd are registered through the application till December 2021. Under the Swayambhurna Goa scheme program, various activities like health camps, counseling sessions, and daycare centers, eye checkup camps were carried off. 119 health wellness centers are working across the state. During continuous awareness programs on HIV, AIDS, the adult HIV prevalence has declined from 0.49% in 2010 to 0.25 in 2019. Under Pradhan Mantri Jana Arogya Yojana, a flagship scheme, out of 36,974 eligible families, 8,458 families are registered in the state as on 28 December 2021. Goa Medical College has been granted permission to commence super specialties, DM and MCH courses for the academic year 2021-22 with intake capacity of DM Cardiology 2 seats, DM Nephrology 2 seats, MCH CVATS 2 seats, MCH Urology 2 seats, MCH Plastic Surgery 1 seat, and DM Cardiac and Anesthesiology 1 seat each. National Medical Council granted permission and converted 19 PG diploma seats to 19 PG MD MS seats, thereby increasing the PG seats from 98 to 117. Online lectures through Smart E-Classroom for MBBS, AHS, BDS, BSc Nursing have been conducted. GMC is the first college in India which has successfully conducted PG, MD, MS university examination through online. Harvesting the organs under SOTO in association with ROTO, new OPDs for neurology, plastic surgery, oncology, new cardiology ward, geriatric ward, CT scan at casualty have been successfully commissioned. Emergency medicine and trauma center has been upgraded with 18 beds. The fourth floor of new medicine block is commissioned as COVID hub. Dedicated helpline 24/7 was started in GMC and H for providing consultation and counseling services. Knowledge is divine. Education is the knowledge or skill obtained or developed by a learning process. My government has given priority for quality education, improving the teaching learning skills and quality infrastructure for creating conducive environment. In order to reduce dropouts and increase attendance of pupils in schools, various schemes have been implemented. Under the midday meal, a flagship scheme, about 1.60 lakh students have benefited with a dry ration incurring an amount of rupees 24.6 crore. Under the Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, about 1.40 lakh students were provided sets of textbooks in all subjects free of cost, incurring an expenditure of rupees 4.52 crore, and uniforms were also provided to 17,314 students, which included girls and also SC/ST boys of government schools, incurring expenditure of rupees 1.04 crore. Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya. Around 1,000 teachers were given training through both online and offline mode on creation of digital infrastructure for school education concerned by SCRT. My government has introduced coding and robotics education in schools, scheme with a mission to develop computational and designing thinking skills along with the programming, and trained 485 teachers benefiting about 65,000 students in class 6, 7, 8, and National Skill Qualification Framework is operated in 114 government-aided high schools and higher secondary schools with an enrollment of about 8,500 students. For the first time, Goa teachers eligibility test was conducted by SCRT to determine eligibility of candidates to search the primary and upper primary school teachers. Education breeds confidence. Confidence breeds hope. Hope breeds peace. This is the words of Confucius. My government has taken various initiatives towards achieving education excellence through holistic and conductive knowledge ecology. Discovered digital integrated system of holistic teaching and virtual orientation, and an initiative that provide e-content based on prescribed syllabus for all courses of degree colleges in arts and science, commerce, law, education, agriculture, music, and theatre. The students can access the content of 24/7 from anywhere and get help in the form of videos, transcripts, notes, glossary, assessment questions, etc. The project has already successfully recorded around 17,000 videos with contributions from around 1,800 faculty. Training for MS 365 platform was provided free of cost to 7 government colleges, which included 500 faculty and 7,000 student licenses. The tool helps in setting up virtual classroom and remote training through cloud services. To promote use of latest technology by teaching faculty, my government has established teaching, learning, and education technology cells in all government colleges. A vacation camp was organized at 6 centers across Goa for school children aged 8 to 14 years and provided essential skills including computational thinking, coding, and communication skills. William Burroughs, a quote I am placing, the aim of education is the knowledge not of facts but of values. Under outcome-based education, newly inducted faculties in government colleges are trained on using Bloom's level in their daily classroom with various other pedagogies. My government is actively promoting the pursuit of postgraduate and doctoral studies of meritorious students for undertaking students in excellence proven institutions in India or abroad, and has extended scholarship amounting to rupees 8 lakh for studies in India and US $25,000 for studies abroad. Financial support was extended to 30 students selected for Manohar Parrikar Goa Scholar Scheme. Goa Private Universities Act 2020 has been enacted. My government has accorded the utmost priority to scientific research and development. I am happy to say that the government's ratio of research expenditure to that of GSDP is 0.7%, which is second highest in the country. More stress was laid in this field. My government is keen in providing quality education to the students pursuing technical courses. Despite the raging COVID pandemic, all educational activities, including admissions, teaching, learning, and other process, examinations have been conducted smoothly in all technical institutions by utilizing hybrid mode, mean online, offline, for delivery of services, ensuring no loss to any student for pursuing their career goals. Diamond Jubilee Government Investment for Technical is launched to encourage, motivate, and incentive students to join the technical degree and diploma courses, benefiting for 10,000 students and their families. John Wooden's, I am quoting, sports do not build the characters, but they reveal it. Goans are passionate sports and music lovers. Their favorite games are football and swimming. Under one state, one sport scheme, the Government of India has entrusted swimming in the state for promotion and progress of the sport by providing national level coaches. A positive mindset brings positive things. My government's priority to develop and state-of-the-art sports infrastructure in the state to the talent-budding children. Under the Government of India, Khelo India State Center of Excellence scheme, Campbell Sports Complex has been approved, where budding medal prospects for Olympics 2024, 28, 32 are being selected in the age group from of 10 to 18 years by providing advanced training in the games of table tennis, badminton, and swimming. Pedam Sports Complex and Fatoda Sports Complex have been proposed as Khelo India District Centers of Excellence in hockey and football, respectively. 30,900 NSS volunteers from higher secondary schools and colleges participated in various fitness programs. The Indian Red Cross Society has donated 100 bed sheets, 17 oxygen concentrators, 215 oxygen cylinders, 312 units of blood, sanitors, 100 stools, 100 Fowler beds, 5 ventilators to GMC Bamboli. Yogatxemam Mahanyama. My government has taken care of all weaker sections of the society by extending various welfare schemes and taking them to the doorsteps of the Antyodaya. During the Sarkar Tumcha Dari campus, about 1,107 UDIT cards have been generated and distributed. Under the Assistance of Disabled Persons Scheme, aids and appliances have been distributed to more than 2,000 eligible beneficiaries, amounting to rupees 1.72 crore, sponsored by the central government. Transgender sensitization programs were initiated to create awareness about the issues related to them. Under the scheme, COVID-19 relief to marginalized unorganized sector, financial assistance of rupees 2.65 lakh was released to 53 beneficiaries whose income was affected due to COVID-19 pandemic. My government has provided one-time ex gratia to 239 eligible beneficiaries, amounting rupees 4.78 crore in the rate of rupees 2 lakh to the deceased victim due to the COVID infection. Under the Dayananda Social Security Scheme, an amount of rupees 247.81 crore was disbursed to 1.43 lakh beneficiaries for the financial year 2021-22 till December 2021. Under the scholarship scheme to scheduled caste and other backward class, minority, economically backward classes, welfare of handicapped, an expenditure of rupees 99.79 lakh was incurred, benefiting 1,484 students studying for matriculation and post-secondary stage to complete their education. Transparency is key to good governance. As a step towards Digital India, Director of Tribal Welfare has onboarded pre-matric and post-matric scholarship for ST students on National Scholarship Portal in order to directly disperse the scholarship to students through DBT mode. Foundation stone has been laid for construction of tribal Bhavan at village Penga, the France, Porvorim. Ashram School, a centrally sponsored scheme, has been set up in Goa at Mercy Pond, Pungin, Kangona, under the Pradhan Mantri Vandan Vikas Yojana. An amount of rupees 10 lakh has been dispersed to Navadharman Vandan Kendra. Kotigaon, Kangona for establishing enterprises through Trafford. During the financial year 2021-22, under Adal Asra Yojana, an amount of rupees 10.98 crore has been sanctioned to 730 beneficiaries. Under Madhur Yojana scheme, an amount of rupees 3 crore has been sanctioned to 60 beneficiaries. Under Forest Right Act, 101 tiles for forest land under occupation has been distributed during November and December 2021. Rashtriya Poshan Ma, National Nutrition Month, was observed and awareness created about nutrition to the pregnant woman, adolescent child, school students of various schools and scheduled tribes clusters, village, panchayat, etc. I am quoting Dr. Ambedkar. I measure the progress of a community by the degree of progress which women have achieved. Women are equal to men, still not get their due respect. Nari Sashakti Karan. My government aims to give much needed impetus to the holistic development, safeguard and upliftment of women and children. As on February 2022, under the Pradhan Mantri Vandana Yojana, 3,335 beneficiaries have availed the benefits, incurring expenditure of rupees 60.21 lakhs. Boy or all girl, one and the same, in order to encourage the girl child. About 1,000 odd beneficiaries have received benefit amounting to rupees 1.14 crore during the financial year 2021-22. Under the financial incentives of mothers who delivered a girl child, in order to provide supplementary national value of intake of children, pregnant women and nursing mothers, an amount of rupees 22.29 crore have been spent under the supplement nutrition program through Anganwadis benefiting 12,000 more pregnant and lactating women. 36,000 odd children in the age group of 6 months and 3 years, and 25,000 odd children in the age group of 3 to 6 years during the financial year 2021. Under the Child Protection Services, 56 institutions have registered in the state and 810 children have been taken care. In order to reduce the price inflation on homemakers and sustain same standard of living, my government has extended Griha Aadhar scheme to 1.21 lakh eligible beneficiaries, incurring an expenditure of rupees 227.38 crore for the financial year 2021-22. Poshan Abhiyan, a flagship program, 14,395 community-based events were conducting during the financial year 2021-22, aiming to improve nutritional outcomes of children, adolescent girls, pregnant women, and lactating mothers. Women empowerment. My government, with the aim towards erasing the general perception that the birth of a girl in the family is the burden on her parents and guardian during her marriage, Ladli Lakshmi scheme has been implemented, and rupees 50.00 crore has been dispersed to 5,000 eligible beneficiaries during the financial year 2022. And since its inspection, 72,000 odd eligible girls have availed the benefits. Goa State Infrastructure Development Corporation is a special purpose vehicle to construct major infrastructure projects in a time-bound manner. During the year 2021-22, GSIDC has completed infrastructure for 4 liquid medical oxygen tanks and 7 pressure swing absorption plants of 1,000 liters per minute in record time during the COVID-19 pandemic. In addition, a 6,000 liter LMO tank has been procured, installed, and commenced at North Goa District Hospital, and also completed the works of providing and upgrading the medical gas pipeline system in various hospitals. The High Court Complex, Penhar, De Franca, Porvarium, 500 bedded district hospital at Margao, construction of bridge across Ruade Koram Creek, West Stand at Shangli, development and infrastructure of Sri Mahalasha Devi Temple at Varna Phase 1, repairs and upgradation of and maintenance of construction of 52 schools were completed, costing more than 500 crore. Under the Deen Dayal Raj infrastructure, work of Panchayat building, community halls, multi-purpose halls, market complex for 20 panchayats have been completed this year. My government has completed 28 various infrastructure works in the various parts of Goa, like reconstruction of bridges, strengthening of state highways, resurfacing of roads, improvements and widening of roads, upgradation and resurfacing of MDR, hot mixing the roads, construction of gutters, augmentation of saline water supply scheme, etc., costing an amount of rupees 9,243 lakh. Tillari irrigation project, an interstate project conceived in the year 1987, is one of the 99 prioritized Pragati projects, being regularly monitored by PMO for its speedy implementation, and is expected to be completed by May 2022. Upon its completion, 40,500 land will be brought under irrigation, benefiting 1.50 lakh far base of Parnam, Dandas, Cholim, taluks are and is expected to enhance the agriculture production in the state, create employment in the farming sector, generating direct and indirect income. The state witnessed the disastrous flood in the month of July 2021 in most of the rivers, causing huge destruction and losses to the properties. The demarcation of flood area of the river basins have been completed for the purpose of evolved flood control measures to the areas badly affected: Mahadevi River, Chapora River, Mapsa River, and Kandepar River. Under raw water supply project, a barrage and 130 MLD raw water pumping station at Ganjam of Mahadevi River at the cost of rupees 110 crore has been commissioned in a record time of 2 years. The said structure has impounded 65 lakh cubic meter of raw water to secure the water requirement of Tiswadi and Ponda taluks. Similarly, for the North Goa district, 3 raw water supply plants have been implemented at Gurim, Dargal and Mopa with a cumulative capacity of 55 MLD are completed at a cost of rupees 60 crore, which will ensure uninterrupted drinking water supply to Porvarim, Pernam Taluka, Mopa Airport and its surrounding areas. A unique initiative to use abandoned mining pits which have enormous storage of water has been implemented for the purpose of community farming, drinking and groundwater recharge all over the state at a cost of rupees 25 crore. Under the National Hydrology Project, gauging establishment of all weather stations at various locations have been carried out in the state. A state water quality laboratory is also installed in Sinchai Bhavan, Parvarium, to monitor the quality of water in the state. My government is dedicated to providing uninterrupted quality power supply to domestic, commercial and industrial consumers. In order to alleviate the sufferings of the people of the state on account of COVID-19 pandemic, the government took considerable view by deferring implementation of tariff approved by the Joint Electricity Regulatory Commission for the year 2021-22. The revenue loss was absorbed by the government. An ultra-modern GIS substation 33/11 kV and capacity at Nalim, the state-of-the-art substation's capacity, etc. Karswada in Mapsa, capacity at Sal in Bitrum, a new MVA computer substation at Anjuna have been commissioned to further enhance power supply availability in those areas. 33 kV AC cable from 2020 110/33/11 kV TVM substation, then KV natural number substation along with associated equipment has been commissioned, thereby increasing the power supply to the village of Cholna. 33 kV CC underground cable of Amona substation to Marshall has been completed. The real-time data acquisition system has been completed, which will enable to measure reliability inducing accurately and to take corrective measures thereon. Work of conversion of HT/LT overhead line to covered conductor taken up in Wheeling, Priol and Congolin in Prolol constituency has been completed. Under the underground cabling works undertaken at Old Goa, etc., have been completed. My government is promoting non-conventional energy generation to make Goa as a green Goa, for which Goa solar policy is formulated and implemented. My government aims to promote environment-related projects for conservation, upgradation of environment, abatement of pollution in the state through various schemes. All 7 wetlands in the state of Goa have been identified and notified as per Wetland Rules 2017. Goa State Biodiversity Board has started Project Govan, which aims towards conservation of biodiversity through livelihood interventions in the state. The construction work of Mopa Airport is expected to be completed and commissioned by August 2022. The construction of Aviation Skill Development Center at the Mopa Airport site has been completed, and the same has been inaugurated by the Honorable Prime Minister of India on 19 December 2021. SDC has become operational, and about 1,500 unemployed youth are expected to be trained prior to the commissioning of the airports. Under airport replantation program, the Goa State Biodiversity Board has planted 4.6 lakh saplings. The priority of my government is to provide quality transport system to the public. My government has been awarded the SKOCH award for the online issuance of permits for the year 2020-21. Revenue collection of the Transport Department during the financial year till January 20 is rupees 226.51 crore. Under the scheme, Goa State Public Transport reimbursement cost of digital meters, 614 beneficiaries have been benefited, incurring expenditure of rupees 56.89 lakh. In order to reduce pollution and make green Goa, under FAME 235 AC electric buses are received and put operational on intra and interstate routes. My government has extended transport concessions to various sections of needy people. As a part of Digital India, automated fare collection system has been implemented for cashless ticketing in Kadamba transport buses. Under the Goa scheme, state interim compensation to road accident victims 2020, an amount of rupees 66 lakh have been disbursed to 33 beneficiaries during the current financial year. 476 Kadamba Transport Corporation buses are fitted with vehicle location tracking device along with panic button and are already boarded on VLTD portal of NIC, and 8,898 taxis are fitted with digital fare meter. My government is keen about land use decision making and to ensure orderly and planned development in the state. As a part of ease of doing business, empanelment of notary architects and notary engineers have been notified to issue third-party certification for grant permission of lower risks. Aditi Devo Bhava. Tourism is one of the backbone of the state economy. More than 20% of the population depends directly or indirectly on the tourism and allied activities. God's own about Goa is worldwide known as the best and safest tourist destination for its clean beaches, ancient temples, churches, rich heritage, hospitality, rich diversified culture, and its beauty. My government has given top priority to tourism sector in order to promote health tourism, hinterland tourism, medical tourism, adventure tourism, eco-tourism, heritage tourism, spiritual tourism, and provide best quality infrastructure for the tourists visiting our state. The tourism shack policy, which was formulated to create employment and business opportunities to the locals to earn their livelihood by granting 50% concession in license fees to shack allottees, taking into account the financial losses incurred by them during the COVID-19 pandemic. In order to sustain the tourism industry, which has been adversely affected due to pandemic, my government has introduced Tourism Trade Support Scheme. My government is making efforts to promote and encourage more international chartered flights. International Charter Support 2021 scheme has been notified by way of waiving landing fees up to rupees 1 lakh for Aguda Jail complex has been renovated and inaugurated on the occasion of Goa's 60th year Liberation Day facilitation on 19 December 2021 at the hands of the Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji, which is a memorial of the unforgettable warrior struggle to liberate Goa. In order to preserve the old land records, my government has digitalized 1.55 lakh records of land registration books in Micholim, Tiswadi, Bardas taluks, and 3.7 lakh pages of notarial records of Bardas taluka, 382 government gazettes and rare books comprising of 2.21 lakh pages. 256 Modi Marathi documents have been translated into Devanagari Marathi. Restoration of Fort of Alora painting works at St. Xavier Chapel, Old Goa, Namaskar, Tarsula Mosque, Bicholing have been completed. My government has satisfactorily implemented the payroll e-pager, which envisages switching over to digital submission of bills by totally doing away with physical paper bills, thereby achieving green initiatives. I must congratulate the Civil Supplies and Consumer Affairs Department for their commendable work in implementing Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana scheme in the state during COVID pandemic. Constituency-wise, Anna also programs were organized to generate awareness about PMGKY scheme, where identified NFSA beneficiaries were provided with 5 kgs of rice free of cost. Goa is known for its natural beauty and attracts various film producers for their film shootings. The Film Shooting Act, the Goa Act 2021, has been notified with an aim to regulate all matters pertaining to film shooting for the issuance of film shooting permissions through online single window system. Honorable members, you are all aware that the state has suffered 2 cyclones, that is, in May and July 2021, causing devastating loss of damage of houses, animals and crops. About 1,450 claims have been disposed and paid compensation for an amount of rupees 3.80 crore. My government provided ex gratia assistance of rupees 50,000 to the next of kin deceased due to COVID and sanctioned 2,591 claims and disbursed an amount of rupees 12,000.96 crore towards compensation. A special drive was carried out by South Goa district to Vanmayar tribe in Bethoda village, Ponda Taluka, and they were provided with dry ration and other amenities. My government, in association with the Department of Political Science, Goa University has prepared e-learning contents for an online electoral literacy course on democracy and electoral management in India, which will help all election officials and other stakeholders. In order to guide legal matters to common people, the MOU was signed by VM Sagnokar Law College and Govind Ramnath Care College of Law for setting up help desk with the help of law student interns in all offices of registration department. State has collected revenue of an amount of rupees 168.16 crore during April to November, which is 25% more than the revenue collected during 2020-21. The Aadhaar generation in the state is over 100 network with an 102 permanent Aadhaar enrollment stations. More than 80 Aadhaar camps were organized during the year under various programs. The state ranks 7th in implementation of direct benefit transfer in cash and kind to the beneficiaries of 69 centrally sponsored and 93 state-sponsored schemes during the information and communication technology. To strengthen the development effective, efficient and robust statistical system in the state, the government has initiated a postgraduate diploma in advanced statistics course through the Directorate of Higher Education affiliated to the Goa University for upgradation of statistical skill and capacity building. Chief Minister's Fellowship Program has been designed to motivate young professionals, strengthen their understanding to the public administration system, and prepare them for greater leadership and professional roles in future. Under Adal Gram Development Authority, Goa, strawberry cultivation has been promoted, measuring an area of 3,700 square meters at Netravali village, and for boosting agriculture sector, free distribution of vegetable, flower and fruit saplings to farmers have been carried out. 11.4 of non-cultivated land in Surla village, Vichulim, has been brought under cultivation of local beans and paddy by providing free seed to the farmers. The service provided by the fire and emergency services during the cyclones in May and cyclone in July are laudable. My duty is to provide latest technology tools to the firefighters. The coastal fire station come multi-purpose cyclone shelter at Porvorium in North Goa, multi-purpose cyclone shelter at Berlin in station under the National Risk Mitigation Project and Controlling Fire Station were inaugurated. Under the Apada Mitra, Apada Shakti community volunteers in disaster response, 350 volunteers out of 400 have been enrolled in the state as per the Memorandum of Understanding signed between the Government of Goa and the National Disaster Management Authority. My government is encouraging and honoring the fighters for their exemplary performance in the field of firefighting and rescue operations. During the year 2021-22, the fire and emergency services have collectively attended 5,741 fire and emergency calls, during which 264 human lives and 567 animal lives were saved. Property worth rupees 50.87 crore have been saved, salvaged due to timely action of the fire personnel. My government expects wholehearted participation and cooperation of all the members of this august House to celebrate democracy, cherished values and culture that have been nursed through the history of our state. These values and culture will guide my government towards attaining Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Vishwas or Sabka Prayas. I am confident that all the members of this august House will maintain dignity, decorum, morals and values, and will make steadfast efforts to place the state on a faster growth track of inclusive, sustainable development and realize the dream of Golden Goa. I am confident together we can make this possible. From our ancient historian, our Praman, I am reading, Om Sarve Bhuvantu Sugina, Sarve Sandhu Niramaya, Sarve Bhadrani Paranchu, Ma Karishut Dukkha Bhav Bhavet. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Goa.